Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Brownwood Lions Coach Show here on KOXC. I'm Derek Stuckley, along with Brownwood Lions head football coach and athletic director, Sammy Burnett. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing quite wonderful today, Stuckley. Thanks for asking.
Quite wonderful. That sounds like a great day.
Yes, it's always a great day when the sun's shining.
That's true, and there's lots of sun today.
Out on the field,
Yeah.
doing a little football.
Yeah. Do you want to start with that first?
Sure.
Jump in a little football?
I'd love to. Having an opportunity right now to get our eighth graders through incoming freshmen through incoming seniors out there. Watching them, I get excited about working with the younger guys. We did last couple of days. We've done offense with the younger kids, the freshmen and the eighth graders. Gave me a chance to get out there and see those kids and get to communicate with them more and just sort of get in my world. And we've had some good weather to do that. I'm excited about what I see with them. We've done defense with the older kids. The excitement in that is where our retention is high. Where we were last year, going into the season, and I'm talking mid-August, going into scrimmages and games, we're already where we were knowledge-wise or even further. Right now, our kids have retained a lot of stuff defensively. Of course, we have a lot of those same kids in place. We have 9 starters returning. They understand what they're doing, just becoming masters of their position. Some of them are learning new positions, but it's nice to see that you can just start running through your coverages and your fronts and your stunts, and they're already picking it up and really understand it. Sort of like, hey, Coach, what's next? Which is nice. So that's been really exciting. So I'm looking forward to, later this week we'll start. Today is Wednesday. So we're in the weight room today, but tomorrow and the next day will be offense for the older guys, and then the younger guys will do defense. So I'll be excited to see where we're at right there. It gives us a starting point, and, of course, we're going to replace 10 positions on the offensive side, but we have some quality candidates to fill those spots. So that's been really exciting to see this third phase of off-season kick off and get an opportunity to see our kids out there.
Yeah. We talked about it at the end of last season. From the varsity down to 7th grade, everybody had a really good year. Mm-hmm. So what does that do for the kids' excitement level and y'all's excitement level coming into another season?
Well, the expectations of winning is translating all the way down from the younger ones to the older ones. They're expecting to win. They're understanding what it takes to win. They're understanding the work ethic it takes, the delayed gratification it takes, and their ability to be coachable and do what their coaches ask them to do. But anytime that you're successful, you're able to coach a lot harder, and they're a lot more attentive and are willing to listen. It's when you're not winning games is when you're trying to keep kids involved and get them to continue to believe. But our kids have a strong belief that they can be successful. They trust their coaches, and all in all, I mean, they're putting forth the work in off season in the first 2 phases in the weight room and out on the track to get them where they need to be. Now that we're translating their hard work in the weight room and on the track to the field, and make sure that what I tell them all the time is be a master at your craft. Whatever position you're in, you got to be a master at it. Be a technician. I'm a big fundamental guy. I'm all about feet and hands and making sure we're in right positions. And every position you play has to have good feet and good hands. Working on the fundamentals that they need so that it becomes muscle memory and they just go react. That's huge. And also setting the bar for them in where's their destination. Where do we want to finish? You got to keep that in mind. You have to have that goal of where we want to be at a certain time of the year. Here we are right now, where we want to be today, but how does that get us to where we want to be in the future? You can always have goals, but if you don't have a plan to get there, they're sort of not goals. They're just dreams. So we're going to work on setting those goals and setting that bar high. No one's accepted where we finished last year at the varsity level. We felt like we had unfinished business. We take ownership in that. What are we going to do to get over that hump to get to where we want to be? So I'm trying to keep that focus for the future. You got to have something to look forward to in the future to work today. So working on delayed gratification, working extremely hard, becoming a master at your craft, and have a vision and a goal of where you want to be, and nothing short of that is acceptable.
Yeah. Kind of on that note, what has stood out to you, or what has been the most pleasing thing you've seen in off season so far?
Without a doubt, leadership. Our juniors going to be seniors are great leaders. They're working extremely hard. They're setting the tone by example. They're going out there and work, but they're not afraid to call a teammate out or get a teammate right or help educate a teammate. A lot of times you can see immaturity in a group when one group's going, the group standing behind isn't watching. They're more messing around, talking, that kind of stuff. What I see when I watch that is I see a group of guys over there educating a guy that may play behind them or the same position that they're playing, trying to help them out so that we can be that strong chain. There's no weak links, but I see a lot more educating going on by those guys that aren't in at the time and paying attention to learn the role instead of just a time to be off and mess around. So we call that jack around. But I don't see that. I see kids focused and attentive, trying to be really good at what they're doing and trying to elevate their game.
Good, good. And then 7-on-7 league play starts in a couple of weeks?
Yep, we'll start that. Our league will start in May, Mondays in May. I got a good showing with that with local schools. I'll get that list out to you, but we have a good commitment level from our surrounding towns, which is good. That's always good for us. It's more of a laid-back environment where we can just go out there and get reps, put multiple people in positions, let them play a couple of games, and see how they mesh together. That's always good. And then when you start on May the 20th, we start our state qualifying season. We have 4 tournaments to go to there. Those are more serious. Those are opportunities that we're going to try to take to qualify for the state tournament. And those are more serious events. But I really like the league play because it's a more laid-back atmosphere, and it gives people a chance to come out and watch and enjoy some good weather and just see, the surrounding communities and what they have and what we have. So that's always a fun time.
All right, well, let's turn back to spring sports. We had some baseball and softball last night.
We did. Congratulations to the girls' softball team. We talked, about the game that they had in Graham, which is a very good softball team, how we sort of took it on the chin, but we never dropped our head, and they competed, and they uplifted each other, and they played as a team, and they never thought that they couldn't get back in it. It just didn't happen. To see them bounce back against a good Steenville team, they were victorious last night, 4-2. Mia Lopez hit a home run, so that was exciting. Sent me a picture of the ball, so that's neat. I'm always messing with them. They're also water girls for us in football, and so I have a good relationship with them, and I'm always joking with them. But to see her be successful and lead the team to victory was huge. Them get back in the win column against a good Steenville team. Like I said, I had to split my time, so last week I went to softball the duration, and then I caught up and watched the end of the baseball game. So this week I went to baseball first and was trying to help them. They had a tough game, and I could hear the softball team going crazy. And Mr. Moore was going over there. He rode with me, so he was watching a little softball, and he'd send me updates. So I talked to Coach Mungia today, real excited about what they did. But she said she felt like they left a little bit out there. They left runners on base and didn't have some timely hitting that she thought that they could have blown the game open. But that's great potential, and it doesn't happen every game. But for them to come up with a win was huge, so I'm excited for them.
Yeah, and I can vouch for that. Both teams playing at the same time.
Yeah,
it's kind of a chore to.
It's tough getting
to
back
watch
and
both of
forth.
them at the same time.
You're trying to catch up on what you missed or what happened and all that. So
But
sometimes we split our.
That win also locked up a playoff spot.
Yeah,
for
it did.
them. So they are. Of course, they've got the district bye next week, so they kind of have to wait around and see what everybody else does, and then Stephenville again at home Friday. But they're in good position for the postseason.
They are. So congratulations to them. That's good.
And then baseball, of course, they were over in Stephenville also.
Yeah. We took it on the chin. We started the game off. We got a run first inning, manufactured a run. Had a couple of mistakes in the bottom of the first to allow them to score and tie that game up, and it stayed tied all the way until the 6th inning. I think it was the bottom of the 6th. We're going to take ownership. I really feel the ball game was lost by us. I don't think that you can say that Stephenville won it, but we started it. We get a couple of outs, and then we allow a kid to get on base just because we didn't get rid of the ball. And it was a bang bang play at first base. So of course we thought he was out, and the umpire called him safe. So we had to go from there. We missed a ball that allowed a kid to get to second. All of a sudden they put together a couple of hits, and they scored 2 runs. And we're victorious in that game 3-1. I thought Gavin Branstetter threw a great ball game, put us in a position to win. Steveville made some good plays defensively that kept them in the game. We hit a couple of good shots that could have put runs on the board for us, but they made good plays in the outfield and caught the ball, which is their job. We left some guys in scoring position in a couple innings and had opportunities to win that game and just didn't do it. Sometimes I think with Steveville right now it's a little mental game with us. We got to get over that hump. Play your game just like you did against a solid Graham team that has beat Stephenville, and we swept them. It's a mentality thing. You got to go out there and play every inning and win as many as you can, and last night we didn't do it. The good thing about that is that bad taste in the mouth. You have an opportunity to rinse your mouth out on Friday and get a win against Stephenville, which is something that we need to do if we feel we want to win the district championship. So it's It's a big game for us Friday night. It's going to be at home, so I'm asking, anybody that can come out, please do so. We'll have a group of guys that were there in the past that are going to cook. They'll make a large variety of food that you can go, and it's all guys that most of them don't have a kid in the game. They're just there wanting to be a part of it and wanting to be out there and sort of serve the community and feed them food. And you can go up and eat supper with them. They make great food. There'll be some barbecue stuff, some hamburgers, hot dogs, I think, maybe some jalapeno wraps or something like that. But we have a group of men in the community that just want to go out there and do that. Like I said, they don't have a dog in the hunt except for the fact that they're former Brownwood Lions and want to give back. So go out and enjoy some good weather, hopefully, and get some food and watch, hopefully, a really good baseball game.
What else we have going on this week?
We have regional tennis going on right now today and tomorrow. I'm going to head out and go see if I can't catch some matches for tomorrow. Hopefully we have some groups that can advance. And I'm going to head to Lubbock, and I know that Peter Lee has an opportunity to advance, and then our boys doubles and our girls doubles have a chance. So I'm hoping to hear some good news from them from this afternoon. And but I'm heading out to try to catch them, see some matches in the morning. But best of luck to Coach Blasek. From the seeds that they drew, what she talked to me about last night and this morning, feel they have a chance to advance. So hopefully I'll drive down there and we have some kids still have an opportunity to play and get to see that.
Yeah. Looking ahead a little next week, we got regional golf going.
Yep, that'll kick off. Our girls will go Monday and Tuesday. I won't be there for the first day. I'm going to transport some kids. We have a lot of kids going, which is a blessing, so I'm going to drive some of those kids down there on Tuesday. We're going to get there early enough that we can see some of the girls' rounds on Tuesday. Of course, the boys will play a practice round Tuesday afternoon when the girls are finished, and then the boys will kick off Wednesday and Thursday. I have an opportunity to get out. Of course, we're in the toughest region in golf. Without a doubt, the top 5 teams in the top, I'd say 5 of the top 6 teams in the state are in our region. Our kids are going to have to play extremely well. Coach Jones has set the bar for them. And the fact that, we're going to have our top 5 guys are going to have to shoot in the 70s that we think they have a chance to get out. If that doesn't happen, of course, we have Luke Graves playing as an individual, and we have a couple of those guys that are playing as a team. If we do not qualify as a team to get out of regionals, maybe a couple of those will have an opportunity to get a medalist position and still have an opportunity to take some kids to the state golf tournament. On the girls' side, we know where we are. We're going to have to play solid. But, again, if your team doesn't qualify, the luxury of that is if you have a girl that is playing really well and she can qualify as a medalist, she has a chance to advance to state as well. And how that works, if you have say you have a kid from Canyon that's the low medalist. He shoots the lowest round of anybody in the tournament. He'll win the regional championship as a medalist, but he will go as a team. If his team advances, those 5 kids go. That allows those 3 teams that advance. Anybody outside of those 3 teams that's a low medalist at that point has a chance to advance to state as a medalist. So we do have opportunities for girls and boys to get that if we don't advance as a team.
All right. Of course, we mentioned, next week baseball and softball have the district bye. We got regionals and tennis and golf, area track next week. But things are kind of winding down.
Yeah, so we got Monday. Our baseball team we have some byes, which is good. We need that. We'll face a good Glen Rose group to finish the district run to see where we finish there. We will head out west to play our first round games, softball and baseball. We have golf going on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll come back from that on Thursday evening. I'll go to the area track meet on Friday, and then we'll come back and we'll be off with some baseball and softball. We'll pick that up the next week, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and then we'll also go to Lubbock again Friday, Saturday for the regional track meet if we have some kids that get out of area, which we highly expect to happen.
Yeah. All right, so still plenty going on. Anything else you want to mention today?
Yeah, let's thank those that make this show possible, of course. Auto Glass Magic, Brunner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Everett Jones Investments, Hendrick Medical, Howry Enterprises, Humphrey Pete's, Heartland Funeral Home, Landmark Admin, MC Bank, Painter & Johnson Associates, Smith & Sharp Agency, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Teas.
Well, have a safe trip out to Lubbock.
I will.
And we'll be back Monday to recap everything here on the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show on KOXE, KOXE.com, the KOXE app, and the KOXE Facebook pages.
You bet. Have a great day, Brownwood.